Party's over. Dad's home.
They've had a big fight, like two kids in a schoolyard. You know, they fight like hell. You can't stop them. Let them fight for about 2-3 minutes, then it's easier to stop them.
And then Daddy has to sometimes use strong language.
You have to use strong language every once in a while.
Trump ended the 12-day war, and now Europe's calling him Daddy. And Daddy likes it.
Mark Rutte, the NATO chief, who is your friend, he called you Daddy earlier. Do you regard your NATO allies as kind of children?
No, he likes me. I think he likes me. If he doesn't, I'll let you know. I'll come back and I'll hit him hard, okay? No? He did it very affectionate. Daddy, you're my daddy.
The media said Daddy was going to leave the family. But look at him front and center in the family photo. They said he was going to abandon NATO, but America first doesn't mean America alone. And now the Europeans can't stop saying, thank you, Daddy.
You are a man of strength, but you're also a man of peace. And the fact that you are now also successful in getting this ceasefire done between Israel and Iran, I really want to commend you for that.
Thank you.
And I think this is important for the whole world.
Wow.
Then on spending, it's absolutely true. I want to state here, without President Trump, this would not have happened.
Europe's thanking Trump for making them spend more money. Happy wife, happy life. But Trump, like a gentleman, says it's all about the guys in the cockpit.
The pilots did an unbelievable job like nobody's ever seen. They hit pay dirt. You see where I guess you probably look, they call it the wound. You see where the wound is on the earth. And 3 of them right next to each other. Perfect. And they should be admired and respected for what they did. And the fake news, in order to try and hit me, the fake news made them look bad. But now they look really good again.
A 37-hour flight, 13,000 miles above the ground, and they hit a target the size of a washing machine. And instead of lining up interviews with these heroes, CNN's saying they missed and the bombs were duds. Have you ever heard of an American bomb that didn't work? If that bomb is American-made, it's going off. We dropped these bunker busters into the ventilation shaft. These suckers slid down the shaft untouched and detonated in the middle of the lab. We basically slid a stick of dynamite down a chimney.
That's crazy.
And the media is claiming the living room's still intact.
This was an unbelievable hit by genius pilots and genius people in the military, and they're not being given credit for it because we have scum that's in this group, and not all of you are. You had some great reporters, but you have scum. CNN is scum. MSDNC is scum. The New York Times is scum. They're bad people. They're sick. And what they've done is they're trying to make this unbelievable victory into something less. The original word that I use, I guess it got us in trouble because it's a strong word. It was obliteration.
Rubio says it's like we sank a dozen full-court shots in a row.
Here's a fact. The conversion facility, which you can't do a nuclear weapon without a conversion facility. We can't even find where it is, where it used to be on the map. You can't even find where it used to be because the whole thing is just blackened out. It's gone.
It's wiped out.
It's wiped out. Then we dropped 12 of the strongest bombs on the planet right down the hole in 2 places. Everything underneath that mountain is in bad shape.
After Operation Midnight Hammer, we thought we'd have to be defending ourselves against the Iranian attacks. But instead, we're defending ourselves against CNN attacks.
The instinct of CNN, the instinct of the New York Times is to try to find a way to spin it for their own political reasons, to try to hurt President Trump or our country. They don't care what the troops think. They don't care what the world thinks. They want to spin it to try to make him look bad based on a leak. All of the evidence of what was just bombed by 12 30,000-pound bombs is buried under a mountain, devastated and obliterated. So if you want to make an assessment of what happened at Fordo, you better get a big shovel and go really deep, because Iran's nuclear program is obliterated.
We basically threw grenades into a rabbit hole, and CNN is saying there wasn't any damage because they can't see underground. Tulsi Gabbard says this: new intelligence confirms what POTUS has stated numerous times. Iran's nuclear facilities have been destroyed. If the Iranians chose to rebuild, it would likely take years to do. The CIA and the International Energy Agency both say we landed knockout strikes, and it would take the regime years to rebuild.
Guys, we're going to continue the clip in just a second. Trust me, guys, you don't want to miss what's next. But let's just stop for a second and talk about what we just saw. Trump walks into the chaos and he shuts it down. A 12-day war ended. NATO leaders groveling. In the media, they're too busy crying over the word daddy. The left mocked America first like it was some kind of threat. And what they never understood is the real peace, guys, comes through real strength. You don't get ceasefires and unity from weakness. You get it when America leads with courage. So, guys, if you're tired of the fake news and you're proud of a president who gets results like this, do me a favor, guys. Hit that thumbs up like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. All right, now let's get back to it because this next part is even wilder.
And Israeli intelligence, who kind of have Iran wired, say bullseye. Now, if the bombs didn't work, don't you think Netanyahu would be on the phone with Trump begging the B-2s to circle back around? Israel already has spies combing through the rubble.
Israel's going to be telling us very soon because Bibi is going to have people involved in that whole situation. We hear it was obliteration. It was a virtual obliteration. When you take a look at the ground above, don't forget the flame is all underground. But everything above, if you look at the before and the after picture, everything above is burned black. The trees, everything. I believe it was total obliteration. I believe they didn't have a chance to get anything out because we acted fast.
You can tell there was a uranium fire inside the site because the top of the mountain changed color after the blasts. The same people who were saying the bunker busters didn't blow up are the ones who said Trump was a Russian agent. COVID didn't come from a lab, and Hunter's laptop was fake. But the reporter who keeps getting it wrong keeps getting promoted. See what CNN's business model is? When you're wrong, you get a raise. Trump says Natasha Bertrand should be fired and thrown out of the building like a dog. But even if Trump thinks you're a dog, he'll still answer your question.
Do we have any questions, please? Wow. That's a lot of questions. Who's a nice person? Oh, you're not a nice person, but I'll let you ask one. Go ahead. What's he going to ask? He is not nice at all. I know him well.
Stick around, guys. There's more coming, and what happens next is we'll leave the media in total meltdown. But let's just break this down for just a second. They dropped bunker busters into nuclear bunkers with the accuracy of a sniper. That's not just a military win. As I'm listening to this, that's a strategic knockout punch. And instead of celebrating it, the media claims that the bombs didn't work. Let that sink in for a second. They'd rather defend Iran's nukes than give Trump a win. And now we've got Pentagon leakers working against our troops. Guys, that's not dissent, that's betrayal. Rubio said it best. These people are professional stabbers, and if you're leaking war intel during an operation, you deserve to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Let me know what you think, guys, down in the comments. Should these traitors be held accountable? Drop a comment down below. And guys, if you believe in this message, consider becoming a channel member to support the fight for truth. Now, let's get back into it, guys, because it's about to go nuclear, literally.
Whichever traitor in the Pentagon leaked this half-baked, day-old, flimsy assessment based on a single satellite photo, Rubio's ready to smoke him out.
These leakers are professional stabbers. That's what they are. They go out and they read this stuff and then they tell you what it says against the law, but they characterize it for you in a way that's absolutely false. There's no way Iran comes to the table if somehow nothing had happened. This was complete and total obliteration. They're in bad shape.
Now Cash and Bongino have launched a mole hunt.
I am told by the FBI the leak already is being investigated, and it absolutely should be, because this was a top secret intelligence analysis that very few people in the United States government had access to see.
If you stab Daddy in the back, you're getting more than a spanking. The punishment for treason? Death penalty. Now, you don't leak faulty intel during a war that undermines American military capabilities. Unlike the Supreme Court leaker, we better find this guy. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, Secretary Hegseth and top military brass are holding a press conference. Fox will have it live. The Ayatollah has been missing for a week. He went underground and hasn't been heard from since. The ceasefire is still holding, and Trump's teasing negotiations to lock in a truce. The question is, Who's daddy going to negotiate with?
Okay, guys, let's take a step back here and look at the bigger picture. Donald Trump helped prevent a war. He destroyed Iran's nuclear program, and he exposed the fake news in one move. And look at what CNN did. They lied. They downplayed. They slandered our own military heroes. Guys, these pilots hit a target the size of a washing machine from 13,000 miles away. But CNN says they missed? Are you kidding me? Let me say it plainly. The people trying to make this strike look like a failure are the same exact people who said that Hunter's laptop was fake. They're the same people that said that Trump was a Russian agent. They're the same people that said that COVID came from a bat. They've been lying for years. And every time they get promoted. That's the system. That's the machine. That's why people are waking up. The military guys did their job. Trump did his job. And the media failed again. This wasn't just a hit, guys. This was obliteration. Even the CIA, IAEA, and Israeli intel all say it. Iran's nuclear facilities are gone. Years of rebuilding are ahead. And yet the only thing that the media can say is Trump said daddy? You know what? He is daddy. Because when the world is falling apart, he's the one who brings order. And whether they like it or not, they know it. We're watching something big unfold here. And if you think this is over, guys, you're not paying attention. The media war is just heating up. The stakes are higher than ever. Guys, if you're still with me, do this. Hit that thumbs up like button and then subscribe to the channel, guys, for more videos like this. This channel is where truth still lives. Loud, unfiltered. As long as they keep lying, we're going to keep speaking up. We're not backing down. No apologies ever.